Okay. Let's see where. Awesome day. This is Sub Me In number 3, episode 3. What are you doing, man? What are you guys doing? How?
Yeah, you guys. I'm doing good.
Hope everybody's doing awesome. You're doing good, right?
I'm
Real
doing
quick.
alright.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, that's cool. Like, no, there's like construction outside my house. I didn't even know what was going on, so I couldn't get out. I wanted to take my car out for a nice drive, but I couldn't. So that's a good drive over here to your house, but
Still back to drive. All right, real quick. We just got as I was uploading the other podcast number 2, I realized that we made a mistake on a table for a prediction. We had Belgium and France flip flopped on the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, I just wanna mention that France is actually supposed to be playing Argentina for me in the round of 16, and then Belgium should be playing against Colombia. Where really, I still think France is going to make it all the way through, so they're going to go out to beat Argentina on the round of 16 and then beat Portugal in the quarterfinals, and that semifinal is going to be that, that important game, because even though I think Belgium will beat Colombia in the round of 16, when they go against Brazil in the quarterfinals, Brazil will beat them, and like I said, that semifinal is going to be important. I think whoever wins that is going to be the champions. I believe in Brazil, so those are my chances to go for number 6. Yeah.
Mine
for you.
So mine. I obviously had Argentina and Belgium, or Argentina and Belgium, but it should be Argentina and France. So then I have France beating Argentina to go to the quarterfinals. France versus Portugal. I think France is gonna win that one. And then for the other one, instead of France and Poland, it should be Belgium and Poland, and obviously Belgium is gonna come out on top. And then I had Mexico and France, so it's actually gonna be Mexico and Belgium. So now for this one, I'm a little biased to it, kind of, but not really. So
Mexico beating Belgium.
Yeah, so I think Mexico's gonna beat Belgium, and I think Mexico's gonna make it to the semis versus France, and I don't think Mexico can pull that W with France. So I'm definitely gonna say France is gonna still go to the final, and France can be the ultimate winner of the cup.
Okay, so France will be winning 2018 for you.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, I just want to talk about the couple games. What happened with match day 1? Huge surprises. Huge surprises. A lot of teams that are known to be like the underdogs surprised everybody. A lot of the powerhouses
didn't surprise everybody.
They either tied or lost.
Yeah.
I mean, those most of the powerhouses for me are considered like France, Spain, Germany, Brazil.
There you go.
Argentina's one of them, believe it or not. Even though I always say they're just Team Messi. I think Belgium's a powerhouse this year too.
Yeah.
And out of all those, they all tied or lost, and the only one who won was actually Belgium.
France won them? England.
Yeah, France won, but they struggled.
They did.
I was surprised they struggled too, like especially against Australia.
Yeah.
England, I just want to say, they played fucking dope. Sorry for the language, but they played really good. They played really good. It's just the only thing that they couldn't do was finish right. They had even though they could have had 3 goals,
like
2-1.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
And I was like, I got a last minute goal. The same with France. They had a last minute goal.
Yeah, Belgium, man. Belgium surprised. I was surprised with Lukaku. I was talking shit about Lukaku. I don't think he does a lot of shit for the club.
Right.
But for France, he did. So proud to him.
For Belgium.
For Belgium, okay. Shit, look at that.
Yeah,
for Belgium, I think he's good. I think he's good in that setting itself.
It's like the opposite for Messi, maybe. Like, he's good in Barca,
but not good in France.
But in Argentina, he's just like
he Nothing in France. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you love France.
Yeah, I love France, dude.
You love France. All right. Yep. Huge. I think the biggest one of the biggest victories was Mexico beating Germany. They beat the champs.
Yeah, man.
You were telling me earlier that there was like a
Artificial. Yeah. So I guess you guys didn't hear. There was like an artificial earthquake. When he scored the goal, because all the fans were jumping in Mexico, so I picked it up. That was pretty fucking crazy.
That is crazy, man.
Don't excuse my language, but that was pretty. That was pretty crazy. That freaking earthquake.
Yeah, that was good for us, man. That was a good win for us. That was a good W. Being the world champs. Chicharito cried.
Yeah, so I saw that. I was like, yeah, you got it.
I mean, it's an emotional moment.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
I wouldn't.
Just let him have it, dude.
Nah, I would have too. Come on, man.
Okay. We'll see what happens with match day 2s. Yeah, a lot of surprises. So it changes things up for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how in the beginning it was going as I was saying, but then towards half of it was just like whoa, just like
yeah, it went pretty
like Poland and Colombia lost. So
yeah, Poland.
That shakes things
Poland, yeah, I thought Poland was gonna definitely come out with that W, and then Colombia too. I thought they were gonna pull that W.
It's gonna shake things up, and we'll see how it goes.
Oh, you also, I don't know if you heard, but Neymar was like the most fouled player in that game in like 20 years.
What do you mean?
Look up. So like, he was a player that got fouled the most times.
Really?
In 20 years. Yeah. They fouled him like 10 times in a game, and apparently that's like more than like I think some English guy who got fouled like 11 times like 20 years ago. Like
That's crazy.
Yeah, they play Tunisia or who do they play?
They played Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah. The Swiss is freaking decimated.
They hated him.
They hated him. And they like beat his ass. Yeah, I was reading about that. I was like, oh damn, I didn't know.
Oh,
it's pretty crazy. And then
crazy.
I heard that I think he left training camp injured or something. He was limping off.
Oh no.
He was limping
Don't
off.
say that, man.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Don't say that, man.
He left training like limping, so. Hopefully, hopefully he's good. Hopefully maybe just like a little like something small, but.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we still got Coutinho. He's the one that scored the badass goal. So.
He did, man. Some of these goals are pretty. That's pretty amazing.
All right, let's move on. I want to talk about just something random. We're gonna leave it at the World Cup and see what happens later.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about something funny that happened to me earlier this week when I was working.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have another job. I'm a line cook at a hotel. So I was making food for an employee, and yeah, he was just an employee. It wasn't even a regular customer. That's what makes it. This is what makes it so like hilarious.
Cause you told me the story, but I don't know an employee.
So when I finished making his food, and he comes around the line, he picks it up and he comes around the line and hands me like, makes this motion like.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was giving me drugs,
What the fuck?
And then I'm just like, what's going on? So I just reach my hand out. I don't know why. I didn't even think about it because what if it was drugs?
What if it was drugs?
But I get caught up at work and stuff and get fired. Anyways, it turns out it was just like a $5 bill. So he tipped me $5.
There you go. That's nice.
And I mean, I took it. It's just like since it was like during a rush, I just took it and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna take it and put it in my pocket and then couldn't get out the food, because I was during the rush. So I was just like, I really wanted to just say like, oh man, no, I don't need no tip, like I'm a cook. I just make the servers get the tips. I don't get the tips.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like weirded out by it because I don't know, I never got a tip for cooking food.
True, yeah.
So it's like,
I
don't know, how would you feel if, like...
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, not for cooks. I mean, I used to work at a restaurant for like 3 years with this guy. Well, 2 years. Were you there 3 years or 2?
I was there for like a year and a half, maybe.
We started out working together at the same restaurant, and then he moved on to a better one, and then moved on to the hotel. And I kind of stayed with the restaurant for like 3 years, but I don't think cooks would get a lot of tips. Because I never got any tips.
No. You get them as servers or bussers.
Yeah, would get tips. Cause I remember that's where I would make tips. We would make a shitload of tips. Right. Because I was started off as a dishwasher, moved up to the kitchen, and moved up to the front of the house. Then I moved back to the kitchen. And then moved me back to the kitchen.
Back and forth.
Yeah, let's go back. At one point, I just did everything, but I don't think I ever saw somebody tip the cooks. You don't see that. You see like what I would see was people come up because I don't know if you remember Goroma. Like we had the open window.
Yeah.
So I definitely remember seeing people come up to like where some of the busters would stand, or like where Omero would stand in the middle.
Right.
And like they would say like they would say thanks to the cooks, and I thought that was like pretty cool because like I've never like seen that. They'd be like, hey, thanks guys, like the food was delicious.
I've seen plenty of that. I've seen it where they ask, can we get the chef to come out? Because there's other people at work that they're closed kitchens.
Yeah.
So they ask the server, can we get the guy who cooked the food or something, or the chef?
Yeah. No, see, because we had our own.
And they go and thank them.
Yeah, ours was open, so we would get people to be like, oh, thank you, like, or you be like, hey, like, I've been coming here for like years, and yours was the best one. I'm like, I don't thank you. But yeah, as people like tipping the cooks, I've never seen that. But I will still take it. I think it's a compliment, even if it's an employee.
That's the thing, that it was an employee.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a person from the outside, it was just like an employee.
I would still take it.
You know how I felt though? I felt like maybe he's like, this is the thing how I felt like, because he tipped me. I feel like maybe in his head he was like, oh, this guy looks like a young buck, maybe he's working to get through something, like school, or maybe he's in by himself and he's getting, he needs money for his payment, right? So he hands me down like if I have no money, bro. like I have no money.
Why would you think like that?
I don't know, dude. That's just how I feel. That's how I felt. That's how I felt because it's an employee,
Was he like an older employee?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I know. I think people do that. Like older, not older people, but like.
I think
older people do that. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, it kind of after a while it kind of like the other cooks, because I told them like, hey, yo, this is weird. Like I got a tip to like go find him and give it back to him or something.
Go find him.
And then they told me, oh no man, it's cool. Sometimes there's guys like that here that would tip their own fellow employees. It's a hotel, so you don't really see them, so it's all right. It's.
So he wasn't a cook.
No.
Oh
no,
shit! I thought it was a cook.
No,
then yeah, I'll take it.
This guy was he's kind of like on call job where you just like.
Oh, if you need
they call you
and he's there.
Yeah, they call you and you come work.
Did he pay for it?
They pay for they pay for the food.
Oh, okay, so did he get like a
because he gave me his the receipt too.
Oh shit!
He gave me the receipt with the money, phone. That's what that was.
Everything.
So.
I mean, I'll still take it. I wouldn't feel bad about it. I'd be like, he's tipping me for a service that I'm providing. I think that's how I would see it, as like, he's tipping for a service that I'm providing. So it's like, all right, like I'll take it,
right?
Because I'm providing him a service. Even though he's an employee, you're still providing him a service.
Right. I've never seen that, man. That was crazy.
That's
man.
crazy. I just mean though, I would do that. I mean, when I made when I would make like food for the employees too, like I would never get tipped. They'd be like, come on, bro, like hurry it up. Like,
that's your tip.
That's your tip. Like, come on, hurry it up. Like, all right, shit, chill.
Hey,
I do call like,
maybe add a little more sauce. That's a tip for you.
Nah, ours, you know what ours would do? I remember when we had the garlic shrimp.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hey, can you add a couple more shrimps in there?
There you go. There you go. Yeah, those are the things I get. So.
Yeah, those were our things. That was our tips. It'd be like, hey, can you add more chicken to that, or can you add more garlic shrimp to that, or garlic whatever?
So now for the rest of a couple of these days, I want this guy to pick something from my side, so I can make his food. Make a little bit of cash.
There you go. Like, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Something else, buddy?
That's crazy. You want to talk? You got something to talk about?
Yeah, man. So I know. I mean, I know you heard of him, but I'm sure by now, like everybody's heard of it. But rapper XXX Tentacion died.
Tentacion is how you say his name?
Yeah,
I usually would call him XXX Tentacion.
A lot of people would call him X Temptation, but it's XXX Tentacion.
Tentacion.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys know. Yeah, that did, yesterday.
I mean, if people don't listen to hip hop, they wouldn't know. But
I think most people did. I think most people not necessarily listen to hip hop because there was like some he had some legal trouble.
Okay.
Alleged legal trouble. So I mean, I think you would, if you heard about it, you would know. But yeah, he passed away yesterday, man. Kind of sad.
How did he die?
He got shot. I guess it's a.
That was so casual. He got shot.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, I mean, it's bad, you know, but I think we're kind of so like used to it, you know. It's like you have like all these shootings.
Well, yeah, but when it came to hip hop,
I mean,
it didn't happen too much around this time.
So he died yesterday. They say he got robbed because he was shopping for motorcycles. He's from South Florida, if you guys don't know. So he was actually shopping for some motorcycles, and he got in his car, and somebody went up to the car, took his Louis Vuitton bag, and they shot him.
Damn, they should have robbed him. Yeah.
So they robbed him, and people. I saw a post that this nurse was like, she was like, it was sad and everything. She's like, but nobody like checked on him. Like his body was just it was like when you see it, like, because there's a video, because like everybody's on your phone now. So like there's a video.
Snapchatting and stuff.
Yeah, so like people were like Snapchatting and like taking videos of it. And there was like one guy I think it was a girl, I don't know, but like that was actually checking his pulse. So the nurse was like, if we weren't so like concerned with like social media and like phones and shit, he's like, maybe because somebody could save his life.
Yep.
But yeah, and then there was this other guy named, I think, Jimmy Wap. He's like a rapper from, I would say, Pittsburgh or somewhere. And he like got shot too yesterday.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Sorry, language again, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. All these people. X was he's only 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think like 2 years ago, maybe about a year ago or 2 years ago, I remember. I think you're gonna say that he got shot in a show, because I remember they caught him like a video on one of his shows, and some dude just comes out of nowhere and straight up knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then the whole crowd just went on top of the stage. I don't know, there was a whole brawl.
Yeah, that
I didn't even know who's on whose side. Like,
yeah, after it's pretty crazy.
And what's crazy is, just last night, I was on my way home driving, and I played this playlist. New Branches 21, shout out. This guy. They usually play good music, you know, like they play. Well, music sometimes it's just like there's music that I like, and there's sometimes music that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, XXX Tentacion, I didn't really listen to him a lot, but one of his songs came up. I don't know if it's a new song, or maybe they found out too, and you know they put one of his songs in there. You know.
Yeah, because it happened.
It was a sad song too. It was like called Changes.
Yeah.
It was like a small, sad, like a smooth, not a small, like a smooth R&B type of song. So
yeah, most of his music was kind of like that.
Oh,
like,
really?
Kind of like sad, like.
See, I didn't even know.
It was kind of like sad, like depressing. Not, I want to say depressing music, but a lot of people who were like depressed would listen to it, and they would kind of relate to
good?
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You listen to him. That's really good. The thing about you saying was crazy when you just said about the thing where the nurse said that people were on the phone.
Yeah, and like it.
I remember one of my coworkers told me that she went to a concert once, or to a club. I don't know if it was a concert or a club. I think it was a club. She went clubbing a lot, and she was waiting outside, like in the line, and out of nowhere, I forgot where this was at. I think it was like somewhere in the south side of Chicago or something. Probably. But out of nowhere, some dude drive-bys and starts shooting people, you know?
Yeah, that's probably
and they got one person. So the person goes down, and everybody starts taking out their phone. Yeah. And instead of calling, like, you would think, take out your phone and call 911, right? And instead of calling 911, they start Snapchatting. Yeah. Just recording with like the dude, like they're like, oh my god, this guy just got shot, look at him. Like crazy. Stuff like that, and she's just like, her reaction was like, I don't know, she was telling me, she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, there's a dude on the ground, like, why didn't you guys call 911? So so they're calling 911 stuff. In the
video that you actually see people like on their phones, like filming. I'm like, so your like first response is let's go put this on Snapchat or let's put this on Instagram or.
Right.
I saw Super Bowl right there.
That's how today's society is now. That's what's.
Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. I was like, I heard about it and I was like, oh damn. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought, cause you know how like there's like a lot of like trolls out there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
6ix9ine is a troll.
nah, he's cool. I fuck with him. He's cool. But yeah, at first I thought it was like a joke, but the source was TMZ, and like TMZ usually gets like everything right.
Oh right.
So it was on
You didn't believe him.
Yeah, because I just saw it and I was like, nah. And then I clicked on the actual link and it was to TMZ, and I'm like, oh, TMZ is TMZ like sometimes they're like too accurate, but like they were on it too, and I'm like, oh damn. And the video was there, and they had the video and everything, and it's only like a 15-second video, but yeah, it was him. I was like, oh damn. I was like, it's crazy, man. I'm like 20 years old.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
That's sad when you die too young.
Yeah, man, he's he had potential. I mean, yeah, he had like legal troubles and all that, but still, like no one deserves to die like that young.
Right.
Yeah, that's my little 2 cents into that. I think we should change as a society. Not let social media be run everything, or not put everything out there on social media. Even though I put everything out there on social media. That's good, I don't, but yeah, I think we should change that. Like, especially for the younger people, you know, like the younger generation.
Yeah.
I don't think we're. I remember, were you like 23? 24?
24.
I'm 24 too, so I mean, so we should do that for the younger people. Try to teach them.
I thought you were about to say like he got shot through like hip hop beef or something. And I was gonna like be like, damn, that's crazy, because like today's hip hop, it's not really much about that. Like, you know, back then it was just like with the Biggie and Tupac beef and
yeah.
Like,
well, actually,
I'm gonna shoot you.
Funny,
like,
funny that you say that.
Right?
Funny that you say that. We'll get into that one in a bit. But no, he actually.
It's not so aggressive.
He actually he did have some beef with somebody, because that incident you mentioned, when they punched him, that was like a beef. But I think they had squashed that, or they kind of just like dropped it. But to my knowledge, he didn't have any beef with anybody recently.
At the moment.
At the moment, yeah. So it's kind of weird too.
That was just a robbery.
Yeah, according to them, it was just a robbery. But yeah, beef is not like it used to be. Not like beef, but like hip hop beef. It's like it used to be. Beef, yeah, no, hip hop. I think it's coming back to that point.
Is it? It's coming back around.
So.
Oh, that might be true, because I remember somewhere saying that we're well, not just with hip hop beef, but just in general how hip hop is political.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back then it was political, like with NWA, Tupac, Nas, and then it kind of died out, and it went to just rappers being like, I got money, I got cars, I got hoes. You know, that's where hip hop was.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
At one point, and then supposedly it's coming back around to be more political, kind of with like Kendrick, J. Cole.
I wouldn't say political. I mean, this is my opinion, but I don't think J. Cole's political. I think J. Cole is more like a storyteller. I think he's.
But he's I mean, his new album was just about. I'm not trying to say like just politics, but it was like sending a message, you know, like kind of.
Yeah,
like,
I think J. Cole
like
does
it was like kids on drugs, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's being like he's sending a message out there, so it's
yeah.
Logic,
I think J. Cole does it. I think J. Cole's great. I think J. Cole's one of the greatest because he does that. He sends you a message. It's not just like. Actually, I don't want to like a rapper under the bus, but.
Well, you don't have to just say like what they talk about.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I can't.
Well, you could be like 6ix9ine.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. Or
this is like what they talk about, you know, like.
Yeah, like I'll go ahead and Future. I think Future's a dope artist, but I think if you listen to Future's songs, they mostly talk about like drugs and like money and stuff. I mean, that's
right.
If that's fine, but I think that gets kind of old at times.
It's kind of getting even now though, because you got those kind of artists that people like, where it's just like that, and then you got the artists where they talk about.
They actually tell like stories and stuff.
Right.
They send a message out.
Right.
I like
send
to
you messages.
I like that too. Yeah, I like that.
So it's going half now. Because at first it was this, where it was mostly like, well, I'm saying political, but like they send a message, you know.
Yeah.
NWA for the police, right? And then there was at one point it just went to just how you just said, I got money, I do drugs, and you know, I got big houses, big chains, and then it was mostly that, and then it's right now went back to evening out. So we're getting rappers that are like that, and then rappers are still like this.
Yeah, I think that's dope though. I think it's good.
And then I mean, we kind of left the whole beef part out, but it used to be so aggressive, where it was kind of like gang, you know, like rap was also involved with gangs, you know, and then it just went to straight like just not gangs, you know, it was mostly like the gangs died out, you know, being a gangster died out, gangster rap died out, and then it was
it changed. Yeah, I mean, going back to the beef thing, and
beef was only like just literally talking shit to
basically stuff back. I think, like I said, I think it's getting back to the aggressiveness. I don't know if you heard, but 6ix9ine is beefing with Chief Keef.
Right, when you told me about that.
Yeah, so then I mean, I guess it escalated more to where Chief Keef was in New York, and if you don't know, 6ix9ine is from New York. So Chief Keef was going to his hotel, and he actually got shot at.
Chief Keef got shot at?
Chief Keef got shot at. And everybody was saying that 6ix9ine. I think the last I heard was that like the FBI was investigating 6ix9ine because they thought that he put a hit out for Chief Keef.
Okay.
And then so and then it gets crazier. So then 6ix9ine came to Chicago. Remember when I told you? It was like last week. He came to Chicago and he was like feeding the homeless. And he was talking smack. He's basically saying like, look, I had to come all the way from New York just to feed the homeless because like your rappers here don't do it. And that was a direct shot to like Chief Keef, Tato, Larice, and all them.
Right.
Because I mean, I've never seen them actually do that.
Never seen them either.
I mean, I think it was a kind gesture, but it sent a message like you're representing shit, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've never seen him do that. So I mean, you know, shout out to 6ix9ine for that. It's dope. And then he actually flew out Chief Keef's baby mama to New York, and he took her shopping at the Gucci store, and he dropped like $75,000 on her. Which I think is pretty ballsy move.
That is pretty ballsy.
I wouldn't do that. First of all, I don't have that type of money. But if I did, I wouldn't do that.
You still wouldn't do that.
I still wouldn't do it if I did.
Like, you don't mess with Chicago rappers.
Nah, I'm just saying I just wouldn't do that.
Like you don't want to be disrespectful.
Nah, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't.
I don't know what your reasoning is, but okay, you just.
I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go like look I'm a banker.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
If you guys don't know, I have another job as well. I work at a bank. I'm a banker. So that's a lot of money. Like you gotta think like you're gonna fly her out.
Yeah.
You think she's gonna fly coach?
Like $7,500 on her.
Yeah.
75,000. You're right. 75,000. Okay.
Yeah,
you're right. I wouldn't do that.
I'm not about to do that for a girl. Nah, maybe if she was like not even my wife.
No.
maybe like 2,000 or 3,000, but I'm not gonna fly her out to like somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? To do that stuff. So it's like, but yeah, man. I think it's getting to that point. I think it's going back to that. I forgot what else I saw because they were doing that. Drake and Pusha, the perfect example. Drake and Pusha T.
Keep going like aggressive like that?
Not enough to where people are getting shot, but enough to where
because when it was Drake and Meek Mill, it was like it wasn't aggressive. It was just talk shit about him and for the song.
I think Drake and Meek was more of like competitiveness.
Yeah. That's what I mean by when they were just like it wasn't as aggressive. It was just competitive.
It was competitiveness. It was just kind of like, all right, let's see who's the best. And Drake, I mean, sure everybody knows by now, like he has a ghostwriter. So basically, it's not. Yes, sir.
Me.
No, I'm kidding. You're his ghostwriter. This guy.
No, I'm kidding.
But I think that in the hip hop community, if you have a ghostwriter, it takes your credibility from like here to like way down here.
Yeah.
If you don't, I know there's some people that do have them, but to some people, like depending on who has them, like it doesn't really matter because they're already the greats. Like Nas may have had a ghostwriter, but it's Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas is like pretty much a legend. Yeah, he's already a legend. Jay-Z, I think, had like one or two at some point, but it's Jay-Z. It's like it doesn't. You can't compare it.
Right.
Where Drake's like this new guy and he's had all the success, but come to find out, they're not his songs. There's like somebody else's songs.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I guess it's fine, but you know, if you my train of thought with rappers is you can only rap about stuff that you know or stuff that you've done. You can't rap about stuff that you haven't done.
That's true.
You're kind of being like a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So the whole Drake and Pusha, Drake's new album, which by the way is fire. Kanye's new album too. I'm a huge Kanye fan, huge fan of good music. So basically anything they put out, I get and I jam out and like exactly that was my brain was like holy shit. But on the song Infrared, he made a reference to Drake, you know, ghostwriting and stuff. Because I guess their beef never really ended. And then Drake went in with W Freestyle, which if you hear it's pretty it goes directly at him, and he mentions Pusha T's fiance, and I think that's when Pusha lost it, and he went in with the story of Adidon, which was he exposed Drake crazy.
He exposed Drake.
Yeah, he put out a picture of like Drake in blackface, which is like pretty bad. Because he's already black, so there's no need for to do blackface again. I guess I'm not gonna get into that because I don't know, but. And then he basically said Drake has a illegitimate child, or he has a child that he's not in the life with a child, and it was harsh, man. It was harsh, but Drake hasn't responded.
Gunshots, though.
No gunshots. So
Okay.
Drake hasn't responded. So it's pretty crazy. Conspiracy theories on.
XXX.
Yeah. So X had beef with Drake. So with somebody, this is like, you know, one of your crazy like conspiracy theories, you know, people out there that, in my opinion, don't have anything better to do but to make these up. Because I mean, the level that you have to think of this is like pretty fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So one conspiracy theory, there's been a lot, especially with X, but one of them was that X found out XXX is people call him X.
But just call him X.
Yeah, I mean most people do it just call him X because it's XXX. It's like a long ass name.
Yeah, it's a long name.
So X was beefing with Drake.
Yep.
So people
remember that.
So people were saying that X was the one that told Pusha about all of Drake's stuff. So like Drake having a child, so he has according to, I believe it's credible sources, that Drake has a kid with a porn star from France, but he's not in the kid's life. So that's pretty, you know, frowned upon, especially like in pretty much like the black community.
European culture? Oh.
No, like black communities and like Hispanic. I feel like Hispanic communities too as well.
Yeah.
If you're not with the mother of your child, you're like kind of frowned upon. But
you gotta marry her.
Yeah, another topic though. So yeah, so people were saying that. So X found all that out, gave the information to Pusha, and Drake got upset, so much so that he went to go kill. He sent somebody to kill X.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
murdered him.
Cause it's like in one Drake song, some lyrics reference like, he's like, I don't shoot, but I only shoot when it's XXX or something, or like something to that extent, to where somebody connected the dots like everywhere. Like I was like, what the fuck? It's like, sorry again, but you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, how do you even connect all those dots? Like, what? I don't know how you do that, but I don't know. People are crazy, you know. People have that stuff. But yeah, that was one of the conspiracy theories that people thought. They were like, wait a minute, like he said this in the song, so that must mean that like. It was like a web, yeah.
Yeah, hitman.
So yeah, people were saying that. I was like, man,
it's just a theory though.
It's a theory, yeah. I don't. There's a lot.
Go on and blaming.
No, yeah, I don't know. There are some
Drake
people
without any evidence.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Drake's okay, but I mean, I'm not a huge fan.
Right.
I listen to a few of his songs, but I don't have like his whole albums, and I don't Drake at night, whatever.
Okay. More of the truth.
Oh shit! But yeah, that's my topic for the day. So R.I.P to X, man. He's a great.
R.I.P, man. Even though I didn't really listen to him, but
yeah, he's a humble guy.
It's sad when you hear.
Yeah, especially if you're so young.
Yeah, when you're young, when you hear somebody die and they're too young.
Or they're
20 years old. He's younger than I am. So.
Well, yeah, like they're kind of closer to your age, and you're like, damn, like.
Yeah.
It's like not equivalent to like one of us dying, but it's kind of like, you know, damn, this guy
still
was
crazy.
Like,
he had too young.
Yeah, he was very young. He had his whole career ahead of him. He was working on himself. Obviously, he had some issues with the law and stuff, but just because somebody has issues with the law or alleged things doesn't mean that they necessarily deserve to die. Nobody deserves to die. So R.I.P. to him.
Okay, so that's it for today's podcast. Eventually, like I said before, live streams will be happening once we have the I want to say the appropriate viewership. I really want to try that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, if you are new and you just like happen to run into this, you guys can listen to this podcast on SoundCloud for now. We do have a blog where you can listen to them as well. It's Unversed Prods with a Z at the end.com. So Unversed PRODZ.com. You can listen to the podcast there as well. If you want to see like visuals, like video footage of it while listening to it, you can go to YouTube and look up Sub Me In podcast at Visionary Productions. It should come up there as a playlist. You can also check out some if you can. I mean, we'll have descriptions. I mean, and my mom is funny. We'll have links in the description. We'll have links to for each thing in the description below, so you guys can just click away and get there. I mean, you guys can also while you're there, if you go to the channel, you can check out some of the stuff that we got there as well. iTunes will be coming up soon on iTunes.
We're still working on it.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out, man. I don't know what I can't get the link to submit it, so try to submit them in there. And hopefully in the future as well, Spotify would be that'd be pretty dope too.
Yeah.
So those are coming soon. I'm gonna open up a Patreon account, so if you guys want to support, you can support there. When that's all set up, that will also be on the description below, so you can check that out. That's it. Anything else? Mexico might finish number 1. Just saying. They can finish on top. Yeah, more World Cup will be coming up as well.
Yeah, definitely. If they
every week.
Depending on how far Mexico, if they make it to the semis, I'm gonna go to fucking tattoo parlor and get that fucking eagle tatted on my fucking chest, man. I'm gonna get that shit tatted up. I probably won't because it hurts, but I might. I don't know. I'll definitely get those. Chest hurts. I have a chest tattoo already and it hurts like a bitch. But if they make it pretty far, I'm definitely willing to go and get the Mexico Federation logo tattooed somewhere on my body.
All right.
You guys can choose. No, I'm just kidding.
Chivas.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be doing World Cup talk as we go, and yeah, that's it. Always remember, guys. Always smile. Always remember to smile, because even though things happen, bad things happen, just
smile.
Stay positive.
Just like my cousin Logic would say, he's not a cousin.
Peace, love, and positivity.
Peace, love, and positivity.
Oh no, our saying is not that. Our saying is always go for no.
Always go for no.
Yeah, always go for no. That means you always go for failure, man.
There you go.
You push yourself. Go until you fail. Remember.
Always go for no.
Keep lifting until you can't.
That's what we're trying to say, dog.
You gotta lift until you can't. Pull yourself up until you can.
Try to crochet a movie.
Alright, guys. Peace out.